This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for it's the week of September 29th. However, it is only for September 29th and October 3rd due to the MLB wildcard, which unfortunately the Red Sox did not move forward from.
Oh, okay. Was I supposed to care
really
about that? I'm sorry.
Yes, we are supposed to care about this.
Oh, sorry.
Because we were like, we went to the game this year, so that's why they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to win the World Series, and then they didn't. But
okay.
Yeah.
I was just impressed with myself for knowing that was going on.
Yes, because we did have somebody reach out, and they're like, where is it?
Yes, I just thought it was funny because we were answering at the exact same second because our answers popped up like one right after the other. And I was like, stupid baseball. And you were like, oh, it's the wild card. I was like, and that's the difference in our feelings about sports.
Yes. So we do have a few Port Charles pipelines. Typically, we don't read comments from social media just because there really can be so many and it's really difficult to filter through. And especially like messages, guys, seriously, I'm just going to be honest. We're getting straight up naughty stuff. So like that is why I legit do not check the messages because it's happening on my real estate one too. I know that I'm not alone in this. So we do have an away message set up. Seriously, if you really, really, really want to talk to us, please just shoot us an email. It's the best way to get in touch with us. But we did have a really good and interesting comment, I will say. So I thought that we would address it because they're probably not alone.
Okay.
So let me find it. All right. I'm just going to say Amy instead of the whole username. But Amy says, hi, I'm a new listener. Just wondering how you came to name this podcast Pier 54. I've heard GH mention Pier 55, but not 54. When you Google it, it says there is at least 57 piers in Port Charles. And then in parentheses, though we have always seen the same one over the years, and that it is Pier 55, but not specifically a Pier 54. Inquiring minds, me, want to know why you named the podcast 54. And so she's not wrong, but she's, we do see 54. And they just gave us a renovation a few years ago, and now we are where everyone sits. And so I just responded, hi there. There is a 54 on the show, and it's shown occasionally. It's the one that has the bench that they sit on, and the numbers are on the garage door behind it. Jason and Britt were actually just there a few weeks ago. And we did an entire 411, a whole 411, sorry, on the piers. 54 is actually what used to be 55.
Yep.
And this is where Anna shot Carlos on 54. And if you go back and look at the YouTube clip, it was 54. However, it is now 55. Because if you also look at our logo is based on the old Pier 54. Oh my gosh, we need a new logo with us sitting on the bench.
Oh, that would be great. There you go.
Oh, we're going to do that. Amy, see, thank you. Because when we started the show, that was what we both thought. And here's the thing, we were probably seeing 54. I mean, we saw 54 as what is now 55.
Right.
So I was right in suggesting that, but when did they change it? I don't think we ever noticed because I think that you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yep.
The placement of 54 is not correct on our logo simply because it would look weird off to the side and to the left facing inside and not forward the way that, a logo should. But anyway, this is where Anna shot Carlos on 54, but it's now labeled 55. However, this is also where Brennan and Valentine just had that altercation in the spring, and that was on 55, which used to be 54. And then of course, I'm like, I hope this makes sense because.
Right. Basically, 54 and 55 like to interchange. Sorry about that.
And then I decided, right. But then I decided to go back and was like, you know what? I should probably say which episode it was because there might be other people interested in, well, what else is going on the piers? So it was episode 382, which was released on October 27th, 22. That's the one where we broke down the piers and the waterfront. And she just responded, thank you for explaining. Well, it makes sense, about as much sense as other retcons and rewrites of the GH people and history. So I guess the pier also. I've been a lifelong fan, but never really even paid attention to the pier numbers before this. LOL. Thanks again for explaining, and I'll check out that episode that explains it all.
Perfect.
So yeah. So yes, thank you for the comment. And I apologize. It took me over a week to respond to it. And then we have a kind of long one from Ashley. Just a few random, unrelated topics. Girl, you know that's our favorite. So first, I want to give Steve Burton all the awards because his acting throughout these past weeks have been phenomenal. Anyone who has ever said his character is unfeeling or robotic has obviously never looked in his eyes because he is able to express so much emotion with simple gestures. You just have to pay attention to witness. Mm-hmm. I will say there was a period of time they were writing him very robotic.
Yes.
But absolutely. I mean, especially when it came to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And Liz.
Yeah.
And Sam.
Family has always been his soft spot, and you could see that. I mean, how many times did he talk about leaving the business because he wanted to protect those people? So,
right. I would say especially like the women in his life. Like when I don't feel like he's that emotional when it comes to Carly, but they have a totally different relationship. But like he loved Sam. Like he had gaga eyes over her.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. And then number 2, this is not a spoiler. Thank you. I'm watching Monday's episode, and in the crypt, all of the plaques on the wall are where the family is entombed. But what is the large object that sits in the middle? Is it a tomb? And if so, whose? Is it just a slab of concrete? Has this been mentioned and I missed it? Do you have any clue what I'm even talking about? Crying, laughing emoji. So, have we ever done the Quartermaine estate?
I don't think that we have.
As a 411, I don't think we have either, but I feel like this would be a good one.
Yeah, I don't know what that middle one is though. See, in my mind, the Quartermaine estate has been around for longer than it has. And so that would be like the very first family members. That was where they were buried. And then all the plaques along the wall are everyone since then. But there wouldn't have been anyone, like Edward and them would have been the first ones because it's a relatively new estate. So I don't know who that is.
So we did break down the Quartermaine mansion.
Oh, okay.
In November of 23. Episode 488 is the Quartermaine mansion, and then episode 490 is the other additional Quartermaine buildings.
Okay.
However, to address this, we will just go straight over to fandom and see. But see, that's the thing, is that Alan bought the mansion, so that wouldn't be the Quartermaines.
Right.
However, you can't move the dead bodies.
True. So it's
like they
just
can't. Remember, that was part of the problem that Carly went down to Florida for, because they were trying to move for some reason. I can't remember. So
wasn't for Carly's mom, wasn't it that they were like trying to develop part of the land, and her mom was on like a side piece?
Correct. So it just says it's Lila, Justice, Alan, Emily, Edward, AJ, Monica.
Okay.
I mean, it's also where Avery was made. So did they use the slab or did they just use the floor?
Stop! Oh my God.
I'm not the one who wrote that.
Yuck.
But it is. That is a really good question though, because And so now, where is Jason going to go? Like, are they just going to build a second crypt on the property? Because I believe Monica's is the last open spot.
I don't know. Maybe it's bigger than it looks like to us. Maybe there's like a side hallway or something we haven't got to yet.
Oh.
Because would you really build a crypt for your family? Like if you were going to build a crypt, would you really only build one for you, your husband, and your 2 kids? Or wouldn't you think ahead and be like, hopefully I'm going to have grandkids or something someday.
Oh, well, where's Tracy?
Right.
Okay, hold it. Let's try to find a picture of this.
Maybe that is the spot that she picked. She wants to be dead center. It's just an empty space for now, but it'll be Tracy's.
There we go. Or they just keep building up? Oh, why can't we find a good picture of... Because I can see it, like, in my head. I don't know. We're going to have to come back to this one.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything. But I have wondered that. Because, again, in my brain, it's been around for so much longer. That was like Edward's great-great-great-grandfather. But it wouldn't make sense because they weren't there then.
Right. It wasn't their house.
Right.
Alan bought it for Monica.
Mm-hmm.
I loved all the flashbacks of, it's Monica's house. It's Monica's house. Alan gave it to her. That was probably my favorite part of the week. So anyway, Ashley, we don't know. But we did do we did 2 411s about the Quartermaine estate that we forgot that we even did.
I feel like I'm really getting old here. That was only 2 years ago. I remember us talking about it, but I didn't remember that we actually recorded it.
Yep.
So
thank
know.
goodness for search bars.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say. And then number 3, in reference to GH memories, I know exactly which one she's talking about here. Oh, in reference to GH mentions, I was rewatching Gilmore Girls for the billionth time, and in season 1, when Rory first kisses her boyfriend Dean, she doesn't tell her mother. Lorelai winds up finding out from someone else and tries to bring up the subject of kissing by talking about GH, specifically Lucky and Liz. I remember that.
Such a good show. I love Gilmore.
It was about when they recast Lucky and how everyone was excited to have the character back and that everyone was excited to see them back together and have a first kiss again. I'd completely forgotten about that, and y'all were the first thing I thought about afterwards. Thank you. That's why we love our fans. Thank you for hanging on through my ramblings. Thank you for all your continued hard work, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Heart, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Yes. So sweet. Yeah, we need to get a really good picture. Google did not help me real quick on the breakdown of the crypt. Oh, by the way, her subject was, Nathan looks so good on my TV screen again. Yes.
Yes, he does.
So that's it for the Port Charles Pipelines. This upcoming week on the 411, it's going to be a short one, guys, because it's only the 2015 appearance and other mentions between like 15 and 24 of Lucky Spencer. It's part 51, and then we will have part 52. And then we will be done. I wonder how many people are happy that we're going to be done with Lucky. Although our stats are still steady. So I feel like everyone's enjoying it just as much as we are. And we have received many appreciations for it. So
I think that it's a good listen. I think we need to, as much as I want to get back to Bobby and then on to Monica, that we definitely need to take a break and do other stuff for a while because it would be too much to go right into another half year or whatever.
I need a research break.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm excited for whatever else we're going to do. But Lucky was a good year.
Yeah. Well, we need to be doing some more fan spotlights. So, guys, write in. We want to talk to you.
Yes.
Just remember, we just don't do swearing, ship wars, or spoilers. And our definition of spoilers is if it hasn't happened on screen.
Right. But you can do guesses all day long. If you have no concrete evidence, then heck yeah.
Absolutely. And we did talk about doing like a fan roundtable sometime too.
Mm-hmm. That would be fun.
That would be. And we even discussed possibly doing a live episode. What? This week would have been a good one for a live episode.
Right.
Because it's only 2.
Yep. We could have done it.
Yep. But anyway, do you have anything?
Nope.
All right. Hulu headlines. Super short. And the second one is really funny. So on Monday, Tracy gives an icy welcome. Alexis is in danger. Nina delivers shocking news. Anna gets new evidence in Drew's shooting. And Michael tries to shore up his alibi. And then Friday, I think they didn't know which episode they were going to be airing because it just says, it doesn't even say the date, but it says, it doesn't. It doesn't say like October 3rd. It says the ongoing lives of the diverse and evolving citizens of the fictional town of Port Charles in upstate New York, the glamour and excitement of those who have come to find their destinies. Wait, why can't I? Nope, I don't want to watch the show again.
It's like, here, you need more details? Just watch.
The glamour and excitement of those who have come to find their destinies. But it says ... Okay, so we're just going to leave it at the ...
Okay.
Oh, I did forget to mention, I am doing a webinar thing. So on Wednesday, October 15th at 11 a.m., I am going to be hosting, I guess is the correct phrase. So I'm part of this nationwide organization called Professional Moms Network. It actually started here in Pittsburgh, and now it's nationwide. It's the one that I do I'm the director for charitable giving, and I coordinate the Ron McDonald House events. So they asked if I would do a session on how to start a podcast. And so I will be leading the conversation on October 15th. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're interested, it is exclusively for women. So if you are interested in starting your own podcast and you would like an invitation to it, the first event that you attend is free, and that could be my session. So if you're interested, shoot us an email, peer54podcast@gmail.com, and I will get that link to you, like the registration information to you. All right. And it's fun because we do a bunch of other trainings and everything. That's what it is. It's a training. But we do a lot of trainings on a whole bunch of other things. So, and it's nice to talk to people like other women across the country and find out their takes on certain things. So, yeah. All right. Now back to the show. Where do you want to start?
I mean, I feel like it was such a short week. We just start where it opens up on Monday.
Totally forgot about Rick.
Okay, so I thought this also, but I also have seen many people online ask, what about Rick having to go to the bathroom?
Right? Or eat?
Well, I mean, I kind of assumed that they could prop him up a little bit and feed him something, although they waterboarded him trying to get him to take that pill this week. But I assumed
they did.
that they could sit him up some to eat. And that, I could feed you if you couldn't, whatever. But going to the bathroom.
Yeah, they have no setup.
Yeah, he's obviously not cooperating. So it's not like you could lead him to the bathroom. He has shown that he's a pretty strong guy if they don't knock him out. They talked about how heavy he was this week, getting him back downstairs to put him back in the handcuffs. So it's not like you're using force to get him to the bathroom and then bringing him back. Where is he going to the bathroom?
Yeah, and it's not like they have a catheter in him or anything.
No, and they haven't even made a joke about, I'm going to go check on Rick and change his diaper. That. Right. They could have explained it away as easy as that. Both of them have seen him naked before. They could change his bum if they needed to, but they're not. So
I don't know. I feel like that's just one of those things that we're just supposed to suspend belief about.
I guess so.
Add it to the list.
If you get kidnapped, you just don't ever have to pee. Okay.
Nope.
And they're giving him all that water to take those pills. He would have to, but okay.
Not if they're not really giving him enough, though.
I feel like at some point,
if they're just giving him enough to take the pill,
but
he's probably severely dehydrated. Okay, he should be hallucinating by now, I would imagine.
Shouldn't he be close to dead if they're not feeding him too? I mean, so it was supposed to be 30 days, right? That everything was on lockdown. And they said this week that we have 10 more days before they can let him go. So that means that they've had him captive for 20 days. Yeah, they need to feed him something.
He's been in the basement since August 25th.
Wow. I'm glad that you Googled that.
So let's just do business days. Yeah, let's just do business days. So that's 5. We'll count Labor Day as a holiday, so we'll skip that one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Monday's 30 business days.
Okay. So, yeah, the boy needed to eat.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was interesting that he, held the knife that killed Alexis's mom up to her throat.
I felt like if I was held captive somewhere for 20 some days and I had the chance to escape, that I would be escaping. She was listening.
Well, didn't Ava say that? She's like, why didn't you just leave?
I don't know if she said that or not. Honestly, I didn't listen that closely.
Somebody did. Somebody was like, why didn't you just get out? Why did you have to? Yeah. I mean, obviously they don't want him to get out, but it's why did you feel the need to torture Alexis instead of just getting the heck out of here?
Right. Or you could have come back to torture her.
Yes.
She had her earbuds in, having a conversation with her assistant about, on her agenda for the next day is the reading of Monica's will. Yep. And that she wanted copies printed and all that stuff. She's getting ready for that. And you see him come up behind, I'm assuming the door to the basement's right there by the steps. So you see him come up that way. He absolutely could have walked to the door, or he could have gone the other way, because I always thought the basement was actually on the other side of the house, but the way that they had it look this week, it was like he came from the steps. So
those are the steps to go upstairs, though, I thought.
Those are the steps to go upstairs. So I don't know, is there a door there that then goes down to the basement also? Or is there, the way that they always walked up and looked like startled whenever someone was there, I thought that it was on the other side of the house, like by the kitchen or whatever.
That's what I was thinking, like the entrance was through the kitchen.
So,
which is typical in houses around here, at least. So, I mean, is it different in LA and that's what they're basing?
I don't know. But in most houses, again, at least here, there's then a door to go out back from off the kitchen or somewhere in the back of the house.
Correct.
So wouldn't you have just gone out the back door, not walked all the way through the house, gone and got the police, told them what happened, and said, like, you can go to Alexis's house, go in the basement, look underneath that mat, you're going to find a whole bunch of pills because they've been drugging me, sleeping pills, and everything would have been fine. Instead, no, you have to, I guess that would make sense if he snuck around from the kitchen, came out there by the steps because he knew the dagger was with her office set up right there.
But why even bother with all of that, though? I
don't know.
And especially, I don't feel like Rick is that stupid to kill Molly's mom.
Right.
You know, he's not going to do that to Molly. I feel like even if Alexis were killing him, and he knows that Alexis is not the driving force of all this, I feel like he does know that she kind of got stuck in this because she wasn't there when he got hit. But I loved the callback to, sorry, this isn't as well put together as the panic room that you made for Carly.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he put effort into that one.
He did put effort into that one. She had a bathroom.
Well, she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So that's more common to talk about pregnant women have to pee all the time. We're not thinking about the fact that men also have to pee, I guess.
I didn't know that when you got kidnapped, you got special accommodations if you were pregnant.
Yes. It's the luxury package.
I'll make sure
especially if he's planning to steal your baby. Heck yeah, he's going to take care of you.
All right. I'll make sure to request that if I'm ever kidnapped. I'd like the luxury package, not the Alexis basement package.
Correct. Maybe that's the difference, though, is that Rick was planning on taking the baby. So, of course, he's going to make sure that Carly had comfier conditions.
That makes sense.
And there was no way for her to get out, too. I mean, it was specifically built for that purpose. So
she was free to move about that space. Yes.
Right. Alexis just wants to do laundry.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand why he tried to, or why he didn't try to escape. And then, man, Ava, I would never want her to be trying to hide something that I was a part of, because she just like smacked him and he went down, and I was like, oh man, that's going to hurt worse than the paperweight.
Yes, that was a little excessive. Although, back to the laundry. How are they doing their laundry?
Maybe Alexis is just a super nice mom and she's doing all of Molly's laundry. I'm not sure.
But Molly's not living there.
I thought it was
Molly is living there.
Molly's living there. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. We talked about that. Kristina is the one who moved back. Yeah. So where's Molly doing her laundry?
Alexis.
Or is it because she always has those suits that she just does dry clean only?
No, I feel like no matter how much of your wardrobe is dry clean only, you still have to have, like, are you having your undies dry cleaned?
I don't know. I'm not in that tax bracket. Dear rich people, do you dry clean your undies?
I really hope not. I really hope that that's not a thing. Because
do rich people dry clean undies? No, it is highly unlikely that rich people dry clean their underwear. While some may use a high-end dry cleaner for other items, most wealthy individuals will wash their own underwear, have staff do it in a mechanical washing machine, or in some cases, hand wash delicate or elaborate pieces.
Okay.
The practice of dry cleaning underwear is impractical and generally unnecessary, as underwear is designed for regular washing, and for some, hand washing is preferred to preserve delicate items.
Okay. I mean, I know you can hire people to come and take your laundry, wash it, fold it, and then bring
Yes.
it back to you. But I feel like even if I hired those
I
people,
wouldn't
I
have them do my
still
undies.
wouldn't. No, exactly. Exactly. Like
Do my
that's
jeans and
where
t-shirts and clothes all day, but not my
Mhm.
undies.
Even my socks, like, sure, can you make sure I don't lose the pair? Because I am horrible at that. But my undies, no.
Do you know what one of my uncles does? He safety pins them together.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
I use I use a lingerie bag to throw all my socks in. That way, it's less likely that they get separated.
I started doing that. I bought each of the kids a laundry bag, like whenever we first moved in here, because I was going to be all kind of organized with the new house and all that. And the other day, I did Madeline's laundry, and in her laundry was her laundry bag with nothing in it. Like it needed
Nothing in it.
washed,
Cool.
but nothing was in it. So it's not working real well over here. I don't think the safety pin idea would work either, although it is a great idea.
I was really impressed when he told me that. I'm like, that is a good one.
So yeah, I don't know where Alexis is at least washing her undies, unless all of the other undies are hand wash only. I'm not sure how we have no laundry that's getting done in the house.
Yeah, I don't know. And that Molly hasn't been like just gotten a stain on something and I have to go real quick set this.
Right.
Everyone
I'm
gets
not
stains.
yeah, I would think so. Maybe she has a lot of Tide pens. I don't know. But the whole thing is just so ridiculously unrealistic. Like if they would have a garage and they would have put him in the garage, I would 100% be like, okay, I don't park in my garage. You could keep somebody out there. Unless they were screaming, I wouldn't hear them. I wouldn't even think to go in there. So
Yes.
that would be fine. But the basement, yeah, I just don't know how you hide someone down there. And again, logistically, they have to get up for something.
There
Even
was a
like
serial
his
killer that kept bodies
muscles.
in the chest freezer in his garage.
Okay. I don't have
I mean,
any
I'm just
bodies.
saying it supports your theory. It supports your theory of people don't go in the garage.
You're right. Right, exactly. And doesn't Rick need to like exercise some? Like you can't just lay there for 30 days.
Yeah.
There's some health problems that are going to exist. That after 20 days, if he's getting up, he's not going to be able to walk up the steps and hold a knife to someone's throat.
Yeah, his legs would be like really, really weak, especially if he's not getting proper nutrition.
Right. So this whole thing is
if he's
just not okay.
taking the sleeping pills, he's not sleeping that well. Especially if they are going down there and doing laundry, then you have, I mean, most modern units are quiet, but not that quiet.
I've never tried to sleep in my laundry room. I don't know. So yeah, the whole thing was just absurd. That's the only thing I can get to is it was absurd. But they knocked him out. They took him back downstairs. They chained him up again. But they made the mistake as they were getting ready to take him downstairs that Alexis accidentally called Liz because that is who's on the top of her call log also.
Right.
And Liz.
Well, no, because Rick made her call.
I thought Rick was making.
That's who Rick told her to call. I thought he said call Liz and get me out of here. I thought he told her to call Liz.
I know he at first told her to call the police because she was rationing with him that you don't want me to call the police because then we're all going to get in trouble. Did he then say call Liz?
That's what I thought. I thought that it was he made her and then because like she would not have been. Remember when we had speed dial?
Right. Like people talk about butt dialing people now. You don't butt dial people and you don't butt dial random people. That
was a huge thing in the Karen Reid trial. Apparently they butt dial like 20 times for 2 minutes at a clip.
No.
Yeah, they do.
No, the answer is no. You don't butt dial anymore. And if you do accidentally hit someone, like I will look at my list of people, and if I want to see, oh, how long did I talk to them? I am infamous for hitting the name instead of the little information button, and then it starts to call, and I'm like, no, I didn't mean to call them. I just wanted to see when I talked to them last. But it's not a butt dial.
I have a certain set of earbuds that because I have to hold both in to turn them off. But if I only press my right, like really quick, it automatically redials the last person that I talked to. And so that actually happened to me yesterday at the gym. Thankfully it's a friend and a client, but I accidentally recalled her and I was like, I'm so sorry. Cause I mean, it was early in the morning. I mean, she has elementary school kids, so I know she was up, but I'm like, my earbud just accidentally called you. So that needs to be it. Your butt doesn't dial now, your ear does.
Oh, there you go. See, I didn't know that. I'm glad I'm not on your recently called list because I would be yelling at you if you called me early in the morning. I would think it was an emergency and I'd be like, oh my God, what's wrong?
Well, there's a good chance I also caught it before because she didn't even say anything. So,
Oh, okay. So yeah, you ended
yeah.
it beforehand. But
Yeah.
anyway, she called Liz and Liz heard him screaming and yelling. And so then that made Liz suspicious. And she asked Molly if Molly had heard from him. And she was like, no, he must still be on his electronic cleanse. And so then she called and left a message about, hey, just checking in on you, seeing if you're like done with this yet, what's going on. Maybe you're back in town trying to figure out what's up. So we're going to get Liz the detective this week.
And his hair looks pretty darn non-greasy.
Maybe they're using some dry shampoo on him. I don't know.
Perhaps. And he could never grow a full beard if that's all he's got after a month.
I hope they're brushing his teeth is what my concern is.
I thought about that when he was yelling at them. I'm like, oh God, that is rancid.
I'm going to be suing you for my dentist bills because now I have cavities. I haven't brushed my teeth in a month.
Yep. There's a lot of things.
So, yeah, I don't know.
We got to move on to something else now.
Yep, anything. Well, I mean, I guess, so then we're at Liz at the hospital talking to Molly, and then...
Well, she was talking to Molly because Molly and Kristina had gone to see Michael.
Yeah, what was up with that? Michael is just stupid. I don't understand. Like, oh, I invited you over. By the way, here's my new friend who you all know is the prostitute that was hanging out with Drew that night that he got in trouble. But she just happens to be here.
He corrected Tracy. It is sex worker.
Sorry.
It is sex worker.
Sorry.
I was going to call you Tracy. But Tracy did correct herself, which I was actually really, and I didn't pick up too much sarcasm. So I think that she...
Whatever her profession is, it was odd that she was there at the exact same moment that the girls were invited over. And they both picked up on, okay, this is a setup. So Molly went right to Anna and was like, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but it felt weird that this lady's there whenever we went to make sure that he was okay. And I feel like Michael would know that's making him look more guilty than if he just sits there and is like, yeah, no, I told you where I was. If I don't have it down to the second, most people can't account for where they are every second. I was in motion between these places. You have my phone records. Like, I don't know. I went to the bathroom at that time. I'm not sure, but that's the gist of it. And instead, no, he's just making himself look more and more guilty. And then Carly got called in, and I don't understand why they ask. They walk into Anna's office and they're like, should I have my attorney here? Yes, Sonny has taught you if you're going to answer any questions, you should have your attorney present. Why are you having just a normal conversation with Anna without your attorney present? And then Anna says to her, I have the phone record.
Especially when you think that your son killed somebody.
Right.
Like, if it were just, like when she got called in for Joss, absolutely understand Diane not being there. Right now, Carly is pretty darn sure because she told that to Jason that Michael did it. Yeah. If Anna calls you, you bring Diane.
Exactly. So then the conversation starts out normal, and then Anna says, so you would be welcome in the mansion now? And Carly's like, yeah, my grandkids live there. It's not a big deal. And she never seems to catch on that Anna keeps asking that question like 10 different ways, because I would stop answering after a while. Like, you're obviously trying to set me up for something. And then she asks what Carly and Michael talked about on the phone. And Carly remembers that that's whenever she called Michael to tell him, hey, by the way, Willow's back together with Drew. And so instead she said, which does make sense. I talk to my son all the time. I don't know what I was talking to him about on that particular day.
No.
And Anna tries to like get her caught up because she's like, so if I asked Michael, he would say the same thing. And she was like, Michael might remember what we talked about that day. I don't know what he would say because I don't remember. I was just calling my son, having a chat.
So it just occurred to me that my son and I use Marco Polo like all the time. If we're not, like, we don't call each other. Oh, trust me, my Marco Polos are paired with my FBI or paired with my Google searches. Listen, the FBI is going to have a field day.
That's what I'm saying. If you ever have to tell your son that he's going to feel like murdering his ex-wife's new boyfriend because they're back together, uncle.
And your uncle.
And your uncle, you better not Marco Polo.
Right, exactly. I will put that, I'll make sure to not put that in a text too.
That's right. That's right. That is a phone call where you can claim that you don't remember what you talked about.
Yes.
You better start randomly calling him now so that it doesn't look suspicious that one time that you choose to call instead of Marco Polo.
Yeah, except for now we have this on the podcast, and then they're going to listen to the podcast. And so now, Amanda, you are an accessory. We're going to have so much fun in jail.
Exactly. I really wouldn't want to go to jail with anyone else. Like, come on. We would get in so much trouble because anytime that we had TV time, we would be like, turn on General Hospital. We have to watch this.
We could turn an entire community into fans. I mean, we do know that there is a fan who got turned on to General Hospital because of that. Because that's what was on.
But if our fellow inmates didn't like General Hospital, we might be having a fight every day because we would be insisting that we watch it.
They will come around. Then they're going to listen to our show and they're going to be like, can I be on it?
I hope so, because neither one of us are big enough to be getting in a jail fight.
No. No.
Anyway.
Okay, what's next?
So, yeah, then Carly goes to Sonny and tells him, oh, hey, I think I messed up because I was in there talking to Anna, and this is what I told her. So, sorry.
Yeah, Sonny didn't seem too fazed by it. Sonny didn't seem very fazed by it either. He was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he told her who he had been spending time with. And you were right. The woman at the crypt was Monica's sister that we've never heard about before. Ever.
Right? But you were right that there was the letters.
Right, exactly. We were both right. Yay! If she gets the house, though, because that was the phone call that she got at the end, was inviting her to the will. I would almost guarantee is she got invited to the will reading because she was like, oh, that's interesting. I'll see you tomorrow. And we know that the will reading is going to be tomorrow. So seriously, because she was talking about how, so she finally introduces herself to Tracy. Tracy's like, I have no idea who you are. Monica obviously didn't care too much because she never talked about you. And they talk about the fact that they both grew up in the foster care system and like she grew up very differently than Monica. So I feel like Monica's going to wind up giving her the house and I don't like it.
I feel like there would have been a warning though if she was going to do that.
But Tracy is so adamant that Michael's getting it, which means he's not.
True. I really liked your Olivia idea.
I feel like it has to be Olivia because Michael he loves his family and he will absolutely take care of his family. But I don't think he sees that as once he does find someone again and have a family, I don't feel like he would stay there, and not for the same way that Jason won't or didn't, but just for he's going to want to have his own space. Everyone moved in basically because of Monica.
Right.
So, I mean, I think Jason's going to stay. I really do.
I think that they're going to stay just because at this point, the kids all have a connection to each other also. So why would you move them away from each other when you have the space? It's not like it was a small house that we got 10 kids sharing a bedroom. They all have their own place. Why wouldn't we stay together? But
so Michael will definitely not move out with the kids younger.
Right.
I just mean like in the future, like I don't see him. But I mean, who knows? I could be wrong, but I don't think he's going to get the house.
I don't think he is either, just because, like you said, Tracy keeps saying it over and over and over again. But I also don't understand, like, obviously she's going to get something or she wouldn't have been invited to the reading of the will. But I don't understand why that would have been Monica's choice. Like, that's coming out of nowhere.
Right. And her whole family, whom she loves very much, lives there. So is she going to have it be, and the stipulation is that you can't kick anyone out?
Right. Wouldn't you be better just to give her money?
Yeah, I would think so.
So I don't know.
Well, because she's a server. Sonny took her to Bobby's.
Yes, that was so nice. I loved that. He was so sweet. They ran into each other at the hospital and she asked if he knew Monica. And he was like, I knew her. We were not friends, but I admired her very much. And so then they went on to have conversations about how they shared Michael, and she said she had heard about Michael and the kids. And so then they went to Bobby's and it was so nice.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not going to be that the house goes to her, because obviously they like to throw twists in that make us go, oh my gosh, where did that come from? But I really don't understand where that would come from. Like, if it was sitting empty, if she was the last one living in the house and now she's passed, okay, sure. But there's a whole lot of families that live there. You're going to kick all those people out?
I wonder if Monica has something that, because we still didn't find out that story from Jason, but I wonder if Monica might have something from their childhood that she's going to have given to her. Maybe that'll be it.
Hopefully, whatever that letter is, if they do say that that Ronnie gets the house, I hope that the letter that Martin found is Ronnie writing her back saying, no, I couldn't accept that. That would be too much. So that then they have claim to be like, no, you said you didn't even want this. Like, you don't get to have that.
But Martin said that the Quartermaines will tear themselves apart from within.
Oh, that's true.
So he would hide that letter then because he would want them fighting.
Right.
But it's the same thing, though, because when Michael said something about Tracy helping him, and she's like, no, I'm doing this for Monica, not for you. Like, this has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with Monica. So even if somehow this Ronnie gets the house, Tracy's going to be mad.
Yeah.
But it's what Monica wanted, and that...
Lucy would be happy. Yeah. She'd have a lot of houses to sell all of a sudden.
Oh my gosh, we didn't talk about that last week when she was at the mansion and said something about, so you guys going to sell the house? Would never, ever, 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 ever do that. Never.
That was so funny because Felicia was like, all right, that's our cue to leave. Like, let's go.
I'm happy to be of service for people when they are going through these difficult times. But I hate when I get that phone call of my parent passed away and we need to sell the house.
Right.
It just breaks my heart, or if they have to move them into a home or something, it's never would I.
Even if you were going to, which I know you would never, but even if someone was going to, you wouldn't ask that the day of the funeral. Maybe like 2 weeks later, you see them at Bobby's. Hey, have you put any thought into who you're going to use to sell the house or something like that? But not the day of. That was just ridiculous. But it was funny because it was kind of typical Lucy. But yeah, if she got the house, Lucy would have to find housing for Ned and Brooklyn and Michael and Jason. That'd be some nice sales there because I bet that their price range would be a little bit more than the average bear.
I would agree with that, yes. But no, that's just that's tacky even for Lucy, though.
Yeah, I agree.
What else?
Is all that's left is the Nathan stuff? Did anything else happen?
I don't think so. Well, no. Other than when did Spinelli find out and why didn't we get to see that heartbreak? Oh, poor Spinelli.
I know. And I feel like, okay, so we see Spinelli and Felicia talking at Bobby's, and they send James to go see what dessert he can have. And he's bummed out because his mom obviously hasn't been there for a while now. And he can tell there's something up with them. So they're talking about how they're going to tell him and everything. I'm sorry, but being that Felicia works at the hospital, being that Felicia also has like traumatized her own kids by popping in and out and whatever, I don't understand why they weren't the first ones to say, you know what, it's been this long. How about we consult someone before we just jump into, oh, your dad's alive. Let's go see him.
Well, and I wish Spinelli had gone to Nathan because that's the kind of guy Spinelli is, Maxie's not here. You're his dad. We obviously have to care about James, but also how is Nathan going to be able to handle this?
Right.
So I feel like not having Spinelli go talk to Nathan was a little weird, but especially us not seeing him find out. But I kind of love how James and Nathan met. It was the cutest. And do you know that James picked Spinelli's favorite as his favorite?
Oh, no, that's cute. I didn't think about that.
Spinelli's thing is barbecue chips and orange soda.
Yes. Oh, that's cute. I know that, but I didn't know, my brain didn't remember that in the moment. That's sweet. Yeah. I did like how relaxed, and I mean, kids are like that. Us adults make big deals out of everything, and kids just kind of go with the flow. So I was glad that I feel like if they would have taken James to introduce him the way that they had planned, a child therapist may have needed to be involved because they would have put all their grown-up emotions into it and scarred him for life that way. Instead, he was just like, hey, I thought maybe you'd be thirsty, so I bought my 2 favorite sodas. Which one would you like? And then Nathan was like, those are actually both my favorite too. And so he let James pick. And yeah, you're right. He picked orange. And so then Nathan got the grape.
Yep. And he said that he wanted a toast to his first soda with his son.
Yeah.
Oh.
But Britt knew. So
100%. And I am so right. Faison's alive.
Okay, so
Britt 100% knew that Nathan was alive. I have it in here. Britt so knew.
Okay, so this is not my thought, so I'm not taking credit for it, but I don't know where I read it on the internet. Just one of the many people said it. But if Britt's alive and Nathan's alive, then who's to say that, what's his name?
Faison?
No, Heinrich.
Peter.
Thank
no.
you. Heinrich was the only thing that was coming to my brain. I'm like, that is his name, but that's not his name. That Peter isn't alive also.
No.
I'm just saying, why would you only save 2 of your kids? I mean, I guess he did kill the other one, but why would you only save 2 of your kids? Maybe you killed him so you could save them.
That's messed up.
I mean, the law was going to get him. So by Faison killing him, if he could kill him and then make him not be dead, it would save him from a fate of jail.
I don't like that.
I don't know what purpose it would serve, but once I saw a few people say it, I was like, oh, that's true. Like, at this point, anyone could be alive because we've had 2 people come back in a matter of weeks. But, or in a matter of days, actually.
Or Liesl, though.
I know. And she, like, didn't even question it the same way that she did. She kind of had that feeling of, like, who else is alive? Because whenever Nina told her, she was like, okay, where is he? Like, how do I go see him? It wasn't that same reaction as with Britt.
Well, I think that she was also... Because Nina said that she was putting together a family reunion, and I think that Liesl was just so caught off guard that it wasn't about Britt.
Right.
That having it actually be Nathan is like, wait, what did you just say? But I mean, she's probably still so numb from Britt coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel for her, but it was a nice reunion, and
it was.
I did love, as much as I can't stand Willow, I did love that she was like, oh, hey, by the way, I'm your niece, and your mom saved my life, and that was sweet. I liked that. Letting him know that, Obrecht has not always been the best, but those are some nice memories, or nice things for him to hear about her, so.
And they bonded over finding out who their real parents are.
Yes.
That happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
the one thing that we forgot to... go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, because I'm off on a different thing.
I was just going to say, Britt 100% knew, and I can't wait to hear what the story behind that is, because she was not surprised, other than the surprise that he was there. She didn't want to sit and talk to him. She just like whispered in his ear, I'll be back later. And then she was the one that was trying to hold up James seeing him. So now I want to know what she knows and why. I'm sorry, but Obrecht's never going to forgive her now. Not only did you know you were taking yourself away from me, but you were part of taking your brother away from me too.
I don't think that Britt knew Nathan was alive until she was dead.
I agree, but she still knew at that point that her mom thought both of her kids were dead, and they weren't.
But she probably wouldn't have told Liesl just because she didn't know where Nathan was, maybe. Or if he was okay.
That's what I want.
Because if she escaped, whoever is holding her captive probably would have moved Nathan.
True. Or they could have threatened her with, if you leave, we'll kill your brother for real.
Right.
I don't know. But I'm interested to see how that all is going to play out, like what the story actually is.
Yeah, there has to be a reason why we're bringing all these people back from the dead at once.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, the only other thing I was going to say that we didn't mention was that Anna said the evidence is pointing towards a gun with Edward's fingerprints on it.
Which, again, has to be Willow. I'm sticking with my original thought of Willow had a psychotic break, and she did it, and she doesn't even know that she did it, because we've already proven that she could have unlimited access to that house by the fact that she could go in and do all the stuff she was doing with Daisy. She knows the house. I'm sure she had knowledge of the gun because, again, she had free reign of that house whenever she was with Michael. And so she took the gun and she killed him. So
I agree.
I wonder if Michael saw Willow leaving the house and he's not saying anything because he doesn't want to implicate Willow. As much as he knows that she is definitely suffering some mental issues, he also doesn't want her going to prison forever over shooting Drew because he doesn't like Drew either.
Right. No, that's a good point. That's a very good point. I like that.
Because they said he was parked up the road and he said he was standing out of his car, like contemplating going down to the house because that's how he was soaking wet.
That's a good point. I like that. Because also he wouldn't want to be the one who put the mother of his children in jail.
Right.
Because that would hurt the kids.
Mm-hmm. And that would explain why he is creating an alibi, but creating an alibi with some doubt.
Yeah.
Because right now it doesn't make any sense why he, like we said, had Jacinda there to meet Molly and them.
Right. Yeah, because everyone knows that he's hiding.
Right.
Or covering his alibi, like he's working on his alibi. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think that was it. I mean, it was for 2 episodes. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to see. I want to know what the letter that Martin found has to do with whatever's going to go on with the Ronnie stuff. And I was happy to see her on screen because I was a One Life to Live fan. So I was happy to get her back.
So I don't know who she is. So who is she?
She would have been, in my opinion, the Monica of One Life to Live.
Okay, cool. Yay.
Yes.
So was she a good person or a bad person? Was she a good witch or a bad witch?
Again, should be the Monica of the family. She had good and bad. She had an issue with split personality disorder. So there was some stuff that went on. But remember how we had that other attorney for a little bit, Nora Buchanan?
Yes.
So she was Vicky Buchanan. They were sister-in-laws, I believe.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Well, good. Yay. I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
Reality check.
So, how was your week?
It was fun. It started off with you and I having dinner with a fan that was in town. So that was fun.
That was the best.
That was such a good time. We need to do that like more than once a year.
Mm-hmm.
But not too much because then I feel like it would be like, not that I wouldn't love it, but it just feels so special getting together.
Maybe like once a season instead of once a year.
Yeah.
That would work.
Not winter though, because I hate don't make the drive in the winter. Stay home, stay comfy, cozy.
Then 3 times a week or 3 times a year.
Right. No, I really feel like this week was kind of just work. Yeah, I'm exciting.
Yeah, you are. Wow.
Sorry. I'm going to a friend's party tonight. We're recording on Saturday and she's having, I bought a house party. So, and I helped her buy her house. So
nice. I mean, I feel like you would go regardless, but
yes. Well, I was going to say, it's always fun when I get invited to like the housewarming parties. That's fun.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty much as boring as you are. Monday was definitely the highlight. It was nice to get to chit chat about GH and our personal lives, and that food was yummy. We had never been there before, so
yeah,
it's good. Yeah, not that work and Madeline stuff. I had my nephew here this week because my sister was in Florida for work, so that was fun because Madeline looks up to him, so it motivated her to be like extra helpful all week. So that was fun. Like I was at work Tuesday. Nice. I just said like 400 times. Sorry. I was at work on Tuesday and the Ring camera went off. And I'm like, why is the Ring camera going off besides Madeline coming home from school? And so I look at it and she came right in from school and then took the dog out to go potty. And she never does that because the dog is the same size as her. And so it's kind of an issue for her to do it. But yeah, because she was trying to impress my nephew, she was helpful in all those kinds of ways this week. So my sister kept teasing me about, oh, I'm just going to let you keep him. And I was like, I would actually keep him. Sure. If Madeline, I'll keep up this behavior. Sure.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yes, it's nice. I like that our kids are close. So, but yeah, that's it. I am very boring.
Cool. Sometimes we need boring though.
True. I'm happy because the one cheer season is winding down. She has 2 more games today and next week, and then we're done with that one, other than they're doing a competition and there's a banquet. But for the most part, it's done. And so I'm happy for that because this was a lot. So you can breathe a sigh of relief. 50% less cheer.
Yay. All right, so join us on Thursday as we are getting there. We're getting close to wrapping up Lucky, part 51.
I'm going to be sad when he ends.
I know.
But have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.